What's going on, guys? Unfortunately, the thing that I made a video on most recently is actually true. It is 100% confirmed in this video just released by Plarium. After we go through this little section, I got to talk about some summon events we have tomorrow, and then we'll go through some of the rest of the video. But here we go. Brace yourself, because this is going to get crazy.
We'll start with that last and most important point, how to get a mythical champion. Presenting Primal Shards. These new, angry-looking red shards will be your main way to summon mythical champions. But you can also get rares, epics, and legendaries of all...
What? Wait, let's go ahead and rewind this just a little bit. Okay, so you get Primal Quartz to get a shard. So you got to get 100 of the quartz to get a shard. That could be an okay system if you're getting quartz from events and all kind of stuff. But let me hear this one more time.
Main way to summon mythical champions. But you can also get rares, epics, and legendaries of all affinities, except Void from them too. At launch, there won't be any mythical Void champions.
All right, so you're telling me that the most expensive shard in the game, like without a doubt, I mean, this says that there's no mythical Void champions at release, but I imagine, like that, since this is said, there may be mythical Void champions in the future. Well, if this is thrown into the Void shard pool as well, and you have a chance of getting mythical champions, hopefully a pretty good chance. I have no clue what it's going to be, obviously, but you also have a chance at legendary, epic, and rare. I would imagine this is going to be a very expensive shard that you can get very much disappointed with. Because currently, sacred shards are $20 a pop, about, like sometimes $15, depends on how good of a deal you get. You can get them for free as well, but you got a 6% chance to pull a legendary, 94% chance to pull an epic, no chance to pull a rare, and voids are not included. Voids are about $3 a shard, ancients are about $1 a shard. So the only difference between voids and ancients is, well, the chance of getting a void champion. So if mythical shards come out and they have a chance to pull rare, epic, and legendary, but then also have a chance to pull mythics, I really hope this is done correctly, but I got a feeling it's going to be brutal, because if it comes out and the mythical champion drop rates are like under 3% or under 2%, I don't even know what it's going to be. Honestly, I have no real actually information to judge this off of, because how easy are the Primal Shards going to be to get? How easy is it going to be to get a mythical champion from those shards? Are free-to-play players, low-spin players going to be able to get these shards? Or is it going to be a thing like the Prism crystals, where the first time they're like, oh, 20 crystals for one open, that's not terrible. But then the next time it was like, hey, you literally have to buy some shards, buy some crystals, or you are not going to be able to summon even a single champion. Is it going to be that big of a difference for players? I don't know. This is the thing that I was really hoping wasn't going to happen, but unfortunately, it seems that this could be awful. I honestly have no clue what to expect. Like, just seeing this was disappointing, because imagine you've saved up your birthday money, you've gotten some good gifts, you got, all that kind of stuff, and you're like, hey, I'm going to splurge, I'm going to treat myself, it's my birthday, I'm going to go buy myself a Primal Shard. Well, you go in there, you buy yourself a Primal Shard. It's expensive, okay? You use everything you saved up for, you're going all out, okay? It's like $100 for probably 3 of them, if that, all right? Well, then out pops the champion you wanted at the beginning of the game, Apothecary. Actually, you know what? You don't even get an Apothecary. Scratch that. You get Magister, the champion who looks like Apothecary, but is nowhere near as good. How's it going to make you feel? It's going to make you feel like throwing your phone through your computer screen, without a doubt. But either way, I want to see how the drop rates are. I want to see how easily you can get these champions. But right now, this feels imaginably awful. Unimaginably awful, actually. But hey, before we do that too much, don't worry. We have other ways to get legendary champions, because we have summon events going on all the time. I may sound a little bit salty, but I'm not, I promise. So on Tuesday, September 5th, which is actually the day they say the game's going to change, and apparently with these Primal Shard drop rates, rare and epic champions, I think it probably will change as well. But they're planning to launch extra legendary event for Ancient Shards. You summon a legendary from Ancient Shards, you get an extra legendary. It's pretty simple mechanics. Unfortunately, I literally just opened a legendary, so I'm not going to be participating. But during this event, you're also going to have a 10x going on for champions like Solus and Valkanen. Valkanen, be a pretty cool champion to have. Solus, he's a cool champion, but I would not open my Void Shards during this event necessarily. Unless you're like really wanting Valkanen, I would just save them. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and go through this video a little bit. Honestly, I'm not for sure how much I even want to see it. We've already seen Siegfried and the Nephilim. Well, we'll play it. We'll play it a little bit, all right? So Let's turn it up a little bit.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
This video has to be out by 10 a.m. We got a little bit of an embargo going on, so I need to speed this up 1.25 to go ahead and get this video edited
To
and
our latest
everything.
update preview. Buckle
listen,
up.
you
This
won't even
one's
tell the
going to be
difference.
huge. After all, it's not every day that we announce a brand new champion rarity. Say hello to Mythical Champions. As they're the next step up from Legendary, we've gone all out to make Mythical Champions feel truly special. So what exactly makes them so next level? In a nutshell, Mythical Champions are essentially two champions in one. They can change between two forms through an exciting new mechanic we're calling Metamorph. Each form will have a different set of skills, and sometimes they'll change a champion's type entirely. Let's check out how these warriors of myth look in battle. Allow me to introduce you to my mythical friend, Siegfried the Nephilim. Siegfried may look like your standard paragon of the Sacred Order, but wait, he hides a dark secret. When all of Siegfried's allies die, his Metamorph skill activates, transforming him into a flaming angel of vengeance. Check it out, even his shield is angry. It's not just Siegfried's appearance that's changed. All of his skills are different now too. His first, or base form, focuses entirely on cracking skulls and dealing damage. Now that he's transformed into a second, or alternate form, he's a healer who can revive his fallen friends and get them back in the fight. So there's a very quick demonstration of the Metamorph mechanic, the signature feature of Mythical Champions. Now, let's really get into the nuts and bolts of how they work, how to make the most out of them, and how to get them. We'll start with that last.
All right, so obviously the
point.
champions look sick. They always do it with Plarium. They look great. Metamorph seems cool, but we need to see more, right? So Primal Shards, we already know this disappointment, this travesty. Primal Quartz.
Primal Shards can also be formed by collecting Primal Quartz. Collect 100 of this mythical substance, and you can create a Primal Shard. Both Primal Shards and Quartz can be earned from certain events or other in-game activities, so get hunting.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and tell you where they can be earned, okay? Primal Shards can be earned in the shop. Primal Quartz, you can earn one at a time through tournaments and events, winning first place, okay? So it's going to take a while, but you can get it free to play. But if you spend some money, you're going to be able to get one for $30. I'm just going to throw that out there, $30, maybe even $50. I have no clue how crazy they're going to get. They got pretty wild with Eternal Soul Stones and Eternal Soul. Actually, this feels a lot like Eternal Soul Stones, but for champions. Except Eternal Soul Stones don't have a chance at rares. Huh. All right, we're going to see how the actual drop rates are. I don't want to complain too much, but it's going to be easy to do. All right, so here we go. How to power Mythical Champions up.
How do I power them up? Good news. They work exactly the same as any other champion. Fight in battle.
That's it. Oh, no. This is good news.
Send them to the sparring pit. Use XP brews or food champions to gain experience. And use affinity potions to ascend them. Easy. They also come fresh out of the shard at rank 6. So
That's
no
good.
rank 5 chickens needed. Speaking of upgrades, time to talk skills. You'll need
This is where it's not good news. However, it's actually better than I expected.
mythical tomes to develop their skills, and keep in mind that you'll need to upgrade each form's skills separately. But before you start panicking, fully upgrading all skills across both forms will require about the same amount of tomes as if you were upgrading.
Man, I about had a heart attack this morning when I watched that video first and saw that these required books for each form. I was like, oh no, Plarium, these books are going to be difficult to get. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
A legendary champion. If you have a preference for one form over the other, consider using your tomes to focus
that
on
makes
that
sense.
form's
That's fair.
skills first. For example, if you want our good buddy Siegfried primarily as a healer, use your tomes on his alternate form skills first. While you'll need to think about which skills you want to upgrade first, gear and masteries will remain the same across both forms. Find the perfect balance for both, or dedicate all your resources into one form. The choice is yours. As for empowering, that works exactly the same, but you can't unbind mythical champions. When it comes to awakening, it's business as normal. Blessings will remain the same across both forms. The mythical champions will get
Wait, did it
extra
say you
awakenings
can't
for empowering.
unbind?
That works exactly the same, but you can't
Oh, you can. Okay. Makes
unbind
sense.
mythical champions.
That's good. I don't know why people do that really most of the time. Anyways, I feel like most
When
players
it comes
shouldn't.
to awakening, it's business as normal. Blessings will remain the same across both forms. You won't be
skip
able to
this.
add them to the wish list at the Altar of Souls.
Okay.
For now,
So this
anyway.
is saying that, hey, mythical champions will not be in the Altar of Souls. You can't summon them from Soul Stones just yet.
That's the broad strokes covered. Let's jump back to the Metamorph mechanic for a closer look. We've already seen that each mythical champion will have two forms they can switch between. Here's the kicker. The way each mythical champion's Metamorph skill works can differ. Remember Siegfried, our friendly neighborhood flaming angel? His base form's Metamorph skill works like a passive and will only activate when all of his allies die. However, in his alternate form, Siegfried can activate his Metamorph skill like any other active skill, turning him back into his base form at the touch of a button. In general, most mythical champions will have Metamorph as a standard active skill, meaning they can change forms whenever
Now watch this, okay?
they want. Cooldown willing, of course.
This is a campaign stage. This is a wait, it's level 67s. What campaign stage is this? Just a real quick out of curiosity, is it brutal campaign? Let me see. Okay, so we're on this level right here. No. We're on Godfrey's Crossing. Let's say it's this stage. This is brutal. Plarium. I'm not for sure who is gearing your champions, but let me show you. Let me see this real quick, okay? So, take a little quick rewind. This Mythic Champion hit for 24,000 and 22,000. I don't know if Felhound can do this. It's not the same stage. I understand that. But this was fine. I one-shot them all. You got me a little bit concerned about your gearing of your champions. So if you're interested in having an account takeover done, you can hit the link down below, get signed up for one, and I can get your stuff taken care of, because this makes me not think this champion's a nuker. Like, honestly, I think this champion's the furthest thing from a nuker, because they didn't even kill the waves on a campaign. Granted, they did get some weak hits, but 24,000 damage on a Draco in the brutal campaign, yeah.
Whenever a mythical champion
Not making me super excited. And here we go.
Extra turn.
Battle stage. Let's see how this goes.
Cooldowns reset, except for the Metamorph skill. Metamorph skills also can't be affected by.
And on the battle stage, we're hitting as much as Felhound. So apparently, the reason why the champions include epics in the shard pools, or sorry, rares in the shard pools, is because they also hit about as hard as a rare champion. Boom. 25,000, 26,000. We got 23,000, 24,000. And we did it in 5 seconds, so faster animations and about the same damage.
By masteries,
I don't know, guys.
Or anything else that might increase or decrease cooldowns. A couple more things to keep in mind for switching forms. Unless stated otherwise, you'll keep all buffs and debuffs when changing from one form to the other. Same goes for HP. You keep the same
Don't
HP
show her
percentage
hitting
across
again.
both forms, even if the max HP is different. However,
oh
shield
man,
buffs won't change
I swear they're showing. Why are they showing this champion doing all the damage? I'm just so concerned now.
the value. A 10k shield buff in base form will still be a 10k shield buff in alternate form. And finally, as the name suggests, mythical champions will always start a battle in their base form. With mythical champions, we're adding a whole new level of utility that players can use to their advantage. While they're very versatile, you'll need to think really carefully about which gear, masteries, and blessings suit your playstyle and team composition. We can't wait to see how these mythical champions shake up Raid. Be sure to keep an eye on the release notes and check the news to see which events and activities will have Primal Shards or Primal Quartz as rewards. We're also planning a major new feature that will have a mythical champion as a reward. But
now that I love to hear. I've been talking fairly negative about it most of the time, but having a major feature that's going to include mythical champions reward sounds super appealing. I love the sound of that.
Mythical champion as a reward. But I think you've had enough for today. And that's pretty much everything there is to know about mythical champions. But it wouldn't be an update preview without a champion teaser. So here's a sneak peek at the first batch of mythical champions. Man, they look so cool. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the official Raid Shadow Legends YouTube channel.
All right, guys. So the mythical champions do look very cool. However, I'm realizing they're not nukers, and I'm also very concerned as to why they're using this to showcase the champion. Level 75. I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess it's not here nor there. Maybe they're just showing the animations. But for me, I'm thinking, hey, these champions are struggling getting through brutal campaign. It's a little bit worrisome, not gonna lie, especially since that can drop rare champions from these same shards. So with that said, I do like the idea of mythical champions being earnable. I don't mind the idea of mythical champions so far, but then again, I do not like whatsoever the idea of rare champions dropping from mythical shards. I mean, if they're hard to grind for, which I imagine they are, if they're super expensive, which I imagine they are, I don't want anything to do with them. Like, I don't want the shard. I barely even want it, but if it's going to drop rare champions at any rate that's significant, I don't really want to deal with that, especially not buying them. Now, I say that, and I'm probably willing to purchasing them, but either way, neither here nor there, it's really going to be until, I guess, tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't know when they're going to give us the drop rates and more information, but it's not looking super appealing to me. The fact that I can get the same things from an ancient shard or technically a mystery shard. You could get the same champion from a mystery shard as you could from a primal shard. Hopefully, they're easy to obtain. Hopefully, you can get the mythical champion from a pretty good event or tournament, whatever it is in the future. I would love to see that. It's really depending on how they execute the actual, obtain or getting the gatherment of these primal crystals, primal quartz, whatever it's called, the quartz into the crystals and all this kind of stuff. It's a mess. It's nonsense. It's madness. But either way, guys, let me know what you think down below. I'm definitely interested in seeing what you all think, what your opinions are, as well as the extra legendary event. But either way, thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video, and I hopefully see you all back here playing tomorrow if the September 5th thing they teased on Facebook is actually true, and they are releasing this stuff tomorrow. If they are, we may see a lot of players loving the game, or a lot of players, you know, making some space in the game. So once again, my clan is recruiting. We got 28 out of 30. If you're looking for a clan, message me. We got some minimums. We can talk about that in the Discord DM. So guys, take it easy. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.